Good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson. Excited to share this report with you. Look, in what may be Trump's biggest court victory of late, he didn't even have to show up in the room. That's right. Just in, former FBI official Charles McGonigal, who helped investigate Trump for colluding with Russia, has been sentenced to 4 years in prison for, guess what? Colluding with Russia. This is an excellent report. Stick with it. I got some funnies in here and full analysis. And go check out MyPillow, mypillow.com. Promo code Lumberjack for big savings. Get some of those towels. You'll love them. So, okay, again, folks, McGonigal, this is an FBI agent, had accepted over $17,000 from Russian oligarch Oleg Deripaski, who he supplied information to. Okay, this is an associate of guess who? That's right, Putin. Putin. And just the other day, Zelensky told us Putin's our only enemy. We don't need to build roads, bridges, nothing over here. Get to the front lines of Ukraine and go after Putin. Because there's only one enemy in the world, Putin. Okay. Anyways, just remember that these people are projectocrats. And so let's go back to Joseph Goebbels, the Nazi propaganda minister, accused the other side of that which you are guilty. The basic tenets of propaganda never change. And this is the primary propaganda tool of today's anti-Trump Democrat Party. That's why when they say Trump would never leave office, just think about what they're actually saying, because they're not talking about Donald Trump. In fact, before we get into the meat of this story, let's go back to 2015 when the New York Times didn't have full-on TDS, that's right, Trump derangement syndrome, and still reported some real news. So from April 23rd of 2015, cash flowed to Clinton Foundation amid Russian uranium deal. Do you guys all remember the Clinton-Russian uranium deal? But now let's get into this story. So the internet is shocked as FBI official Charles McGonigal is sent to prison for colluding with Russia, but Trump is spared. New York City, Charles McGonigal, a former high-ranking FBI counterintelligence official who helped investigate former President Donald Trump's ties to Russia, has been sentenced to 50 months in prison for secretly working with Russian oligarch Oleg Deripaski to have U.S. sanctions against the billionaire lifted. That's right, the erotic downfall of the veteran G-man has shocked many. Just imagine how all those useful idiots on the left who promoted Trump-Russia collusion and the fact that Trump is bad man, orange man bad, are now feeling as they realize that it was their team that was actually doing the colluding. McGonigal, 55, pleaded in August to violating U.S. sanctions by agreeing to provide services to the Russian tycoon linked to Vladimir Putin, our enemy, right? Our very own enemy. The only enemy we have. How come Trump didn't have any problems with Russia collusion or problems with, not only the Russia collusion people, he not only didn't have problems with the colluding with Russia, he also didn't have problems with Russia. Do you understand? I mean, Russia didn't invade Ukraine on Trump's watch. All these leftists who are running around trying to tell you that Vladimir Putin was somehow in Trump's pocket. Why did he wait until Biden took office before he invaded Ukraine? Okay, explain that to me. And now they're telling us that, oh no, it's only going to get worse because Trump, Russia. Wait, so you mean to tell me that now after Putin is just waiting for 2024 and Trump to win the election so he can go about doing what he needs to do? No, he is doing what he needs to do right now, people. This is so stupid. The logical fallacy here of the left and what they try to put on you, I think Americans are finally not believing it. That's why Trump is up so drastically in the polls. Back to the story. Prosecutors say that despite knowing Deripaska was facing U.S. sanctions, McGonigal got himself hired by a law firm, this is so classic, representing the billionaire after retiring in 2018. He was looking to turn his credentials into cash, said Assistant U.S. Attorney Hagen Scotton, who called McGonigal's lust for money his primary motivation. Do you guys know anybody else who might have a lust for money these days? And then they burn it on hookers. It's just... This stuff is unreal, people. In federal court Thursday, U.S. District Judge Jennifer Reardon sentenced McGonigal to a 50-month sentence in prison and a $40,000 fine for violation of the sanctions, just under the 5-year maximum penalty. Reardon admonished the veteran investigator's conduct as a betrayal and a blatant disregard for sanctions. But here's where it gets really good. Charles McGonigal helped oversee FBI's investigation of Trump's ties to Russia. That's right. This is, again, the very person investigating Trump's ties to Russia is actually colluding with Russia. McGonigal delivered an emotional apology to the court, saying he felt painful embarrassment for sullying the FBI's reputation through his felony conviction. Buddy, don't worry. The FBI is doing enough every day to sully their reputation. Thank you for simply exposing just how bad it is a little bit more. His defense attorney had pleaded for leniency based on McGonigal's over 2 decades of service at the Bureau. That's right, 2 decades of service to these henchmen. Come on, give us leniency, because, I mean, he did serve 2 decades to this heinous organization that thinks that parents at school board meetings are the biggest threat to democracy, or MAGA terrorists, white supremacy. I'm having trouble getting through this. It's just nuts. Okay, a special agent in charge of counterintelligence in New York from 2016 to 2018, McGonigal helped oversee sensitive probes into Russia's election interference and the FBI's investigation of Trump's ties to Russia. Look, don't expect Russia to be anything different than what Russia is. Don't expect Putin not to act in his best interests and the interests of Russia. The problem is our politicians and our government officials here aren't acting in the best interests of America. That's the real problem, people. The article goes on. The sentence marks a dramatic downfall for McGonigal, who'd investigated numerous cases involving Russian contacts during his high-profile FBI career. As special agent in charge of counterintelligence in New York from 2016 to 2018, people, this is, again, the special agent in charge of counterintelligence. McGonigal helped oversee sensitive probes into Russia's election interference and the FBI's investigation of Trump's ties to Russia. Again, the irony. Described by colleagues as an expert on organized crime in Eastern Europe. Straight up, this guy was absolutely an expert. In fact, such an expert was he that he decided, hey, people making all this money on organized crime. Remember the 51 or 53 intelligence officials who signed the thing saying that Trump or that Hunter Biden's laptop was just not real, yet they knew it was real? These people are bad, man. I'm telling you, just remember how communist regimes act. Okay, they investigate the person to find a crime instead of investigating the crime to find a person. They want to put people's lives under perpetual investigation who disagree with the sentiments of the regime. And that's what's going on here. If you've ever watched The Hunger Games, Katniss, the heroine of the story, had to be reminded during the games of who the real enemy was. And the real enemy was the deep state government. The real enemy today is not Russia. Russia's left us alone. The real enemy is our own government right now. So we need to get him out of there. And there's only one man for the job, and that's Donald Trump. He's the only one who's going to go in there and wreak havoc on the deep state. Do you think Nikki Haley's going to? No. Do you think Ron DeSantis is going to? No. The fact of the matter is we need Donald Trump back in office. And I'm so grateful to Mike Lindell. So check out this commercial. Use promo code Lumberjack at mypillow.com.
I'm excited to announce that we're bringing back our best offer ever on our original My Slippers. You save $90 a pair with your promo code. And now My Slippers come in even more sizes. Smaller sizes, larger sizes, wide sizes, and all new styles and colors. Get them for your friends, your family, your neighbors, everyone you know. What makes My Slippers different is my exclusive 4-layer design that you're not going to find in any other slippers. My Slippers' patented layers make them ultra comfortable, extremely durable, and they help relieve stress on your feet. I'm so confident that you and everyone you know are going to love My Slippers that I'm extending my 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st, 2024, making them the best Christmas gifts ever. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen now. Use your promo code to save $90. That's only $49.98 a pair. Quantities won't last long, so please order now.